Thank you, and good afternoon, everybody. Unlike my distinguished co-panelists, I'm not an expert on technology. I got into the technology sector simply as a practitioner being in the government. So I'm going to speak as a government representative in very, very general terms. I also face actually the disadvantage that the last speaker usually has, because everybody has said what is really worth saying before I have. And thank you for then, saving me the embarrassment of only repeating everyone by calling this a summing up. So that really is how we will approach these brief 2 minutes. Climate change affects everyone. So everyone is a stakeholder. Governments have a unique advantage because they can leverage technology, finance, and they can facilitate capacity building, all the so-called means of implementation for a climate change mandate. So wherever governments have agreed on policies and objectives, governments obviously need to cooperate to take those objectives forward. And we have been doing that. And between India and EU, I think we are very proactively collaborating in addressing climate change and its adverse impacts. The thing that really needs to be emphasized today is the participation of businesses. And I'm coming from a ministry which was very actively involving businesses in even the government-to-government dialogues. I'm referring now to the Ministry of Power, which I left 3 weeks ago. And all the business dialogues, the round tables, formed a part of the ministerials that we conducted in that. And I think it's a very good example for other ministries to follow through. Everyone has been talking about adaptation and mitigation. And I would just like to add that efficient use of resources is equally important when we talk of climate change. Technology developments need to result in outcomes on the ground, which was very ably demonstrated by our colleague from NABARD. And we all need to work together to make lifestyle changes and choices, smart changes that contribute to a sustainable future. International cooperation on technology can be through commercial arrangements also. It can be through collaborative research. Everybody has been talking about research and innovation. It can be through governments, through bilateral mechanisms, through multilateral forums. But the challenge today is still to identify common ground, to identify projects that work as a win-win for all of us. Because in the international arena, countries are coming from different perspectives and different levels of development. And I congratulate EU and CII for putting together an event such as this one, because then you can really identify that common ground and come up with specific projects that translate all our objectives and our ideals into progress on the ground. Thank you so much.